Well, hello there, old and new friends. It's your friendly neighborhood Sunshine Squirrel. Welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys so much for all of your support of the channel and for all of you that have recently subscribed, liked the videos, and even left very sweet comments. Please make sure if you enjoy the content to subscribe, to like, because it really does help out the channel. This video that we're going to be doing today is a shout out to a viewer that actually commented on a video and wanted me to kind of delve deeper into a topic. Today we're going to basically be talking about, for those of you out there that want to become a veterinarian, where you should start. Now, I'm going to be kind of doing, I guess you could refer to it as a mini series, where I'm going to be covering 4 different topics of areas that you kind of need to start with and that are very kind of fundamental in becoming a vet. Today's focus is going to be all about education. So stick around and let's get into the video. So first topic we're going to be talking about in this video is all about education. So I'm going to be focusing on the 3 different groups that you may find yourself in and kind of giving advice to each of these groups or stages of life of how you can attain the education requirements that you need to get into veterinary school. So the 3 classes I'm going to be talking about are high school, college, and then post-grad, or maybe you're working right now or you're in another profession, but veterinary medicine is where you really want to be. So let's talk about high school. So right now, those of you that are in high school are probably beginning the process of trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. So maybe some of you out there are thinking about becoming a vet. Maybe some of you have wanted to become a vet for years, and now you're just kind of thinking about, well, what can I do right now in this stage? So the number one thing that I would recommend for you to do while you're in high school is to focus on doing well in school. So make sure that in your coursework, in your classes, that you're doing well, that you're taking time to learn, and that you're taking time to develop good study habits. These study habits will help you not only in college, but in veterinary school as well. If your school offers advanced placement courses or AP courses, I would highly encourage you to take them. I took a number of advanced placement courses in high school, and I really encourage them for individuals that are planning to go to college and that are also planning on going to higher level education. And the main reason being is because they're twofold. So the first benefit of advanced placement courses is that you are able to potentially earn credit for college level courses. So when you take an advanced placement course, you'll take it for the whole year, and then at the end of the year you'll sit down and you'll take an exam. Now the purpose of this exam is to test all of your knowledge, kind of like a final exam to see what you've retained. Your score that you receive back for that exam will be a score of 1 to 5. Typically most schools will accept credit if you score a 3 and above. If you score a 5, you're almost guaranteed credit. 4 is considered most schools, 3 is just some schools. So you really want to aim for a 4 or a 5 on your exam. But it really is a helpful way, especially if you want to go to vet school and you know that that's kind of in your trajectory, to be able to knock out some of those courses in college that you would have to take otherwise. So there's all different levels and all different courses for AP. They have AP science courses like chemistry, biology, history, English, everything like that. So for myself, I took a lot of advanced placement history classes. So then when I went to college, I didn't have to take any history courses. I could focus on the courses for my major and the courses to get into veterinary school. The other benefit of advanced placement courses is that, once again, like I just said with the study habits, these courses really do teach you how to prepare and how to study. A lot of the techniques, the types of questions you'll see are exactly just like you'll receive when you're in college. So these courses are helpful in that you can get course credit and that they help you to develop those study habits that you need. They are challenging, so be forewarned that a lot of these courses do require additional work. When I was in high school, the school I went to really kind of emphasized that for each class that you take, you should have about an hour's worth of homework every night. But with advanced placement courses, typically it can be about 2 to 3 hours of homework depending upon the class. So something to keep in mind. But I would like to mention that while you're in high school, you should definitely focus on your work. You also should enjoy being in high school, enjoy this time of your life of being a youth. A lot of times when we're in high school, there's all different sorts of activities and different sorts of things that you can be a part of. Feel free to be a part of all different sorts of extracurriculars. Play sports, try out for the school play, be a part of community outreach programs and leadership in your school, be a part of the student government. All those sorts of things are not only good for applications for college to show that you're a well-rounded individual, but it's also good for you to experience new things, meet new people, try new things in a safe place. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is for those of you in high school that are now starting to prepare for college or think about what college is the best choice for you. So the first thing that I like to say when you're trying to decide which college to go to is first decide how far away you want to go to school. What's your distance limit, or where do you want to go? Then once you have that list, then decide based upon the schools in that range, which ones offer the major or the program that you're interested in. For those of you that want to become a veterinarian, you're probably wondering, well, which major is the best? Which one should I go with? Honestly, you can be any major, any program of study and apply to veterinary school and be accepted. I chose to be a biology major because I really like bio, and if I didn't become a vet, I probably would have gone into genetics or nutrition or something like that. So the major was something that I really liked. I really liked all my courses. One of the benefits, I would say, of being a biology major was that a lot of the prerequisite courses that were required for veterinary school were included in the major. So there was only a few courses outside of my major that I had to take as electives in order to meet that requirement. But feel free, if you really like music, major in music. If you like psychology, and to be honest with you, a lot of veterinary schools like to see students that have all different sorts of majors, because once again, it shows that you bring something different to the table, that you're unique, that you're a well-rounded person. So once you've decided on the best major for yourself, then you want to decide which schools within that area, within the major, offer the best programs for that major. And so this is kind of hard to decide, but I would really encourage you to do some research, see what the graduates from that school and that particular department are doing. Are they in the different areas of study and field that you see yourself in or that you want to be in? Next step on the list is then to visit the schools that make it into your top list. It's really easy to look at a school on a website or on paper and think that that's your dream school and that's the place for you, but when you go there, your experience can be completely different. So I highly encourage you, when it comes time to deciding which college to go to make sure that you go, that you visit, you talk to the current students, you talk to the alumni, you also talk to the professors, walk around the campus, sit down, see if you can actually picture yourself being on that campus. All right, so now we're going to move on to those of you that are in the group of college. So you're already in college, you know you want to become a veterinarian. What should you be working on? Well, as far as the education piece, hopefully you've picked a school for college that you enjoy, that has a major that fits your needs, that you feel well in. But while you're in college, it's really important, and I would highly encourage you within your freshman year to start researching the veterinary schools that are in this country or abroad that you're interested in. Go to those specific schools' websites. Most of them, all of them, will actually have an admissions page. Go to the admissions page and click on prerequisite requirements. That page will be your go-to. Schools will update their websites constantly with determinations and admissions, things like that. I would also encourage you to reach out to that school's pre-veterinary advisor and let them know that you're interested in that school. Let them know where you're at in the program that you're currently studying, what your goals are. Let them know maybe even your plans of how you're going to achieve the prerequisites, and ask them for any advice or guidance they would give. I have to say, when I was, in college and preparing for veterinary school, I would contact the schools that I was interested in, the pre-veterinary advisors, all the time. And if there was any changes in my schedule or anything where I saw, is this going to still be accepted? Is this still okay? I would reach out to them and ask, and it was really nice to have that assurance and that guidance as I was going along. And it's also nice to introduce yourself, have them have a name to a face, know who you are, know that you're interested in the school, even from way before you can even apply. And on that website, the school will list out the specific courses that they require you to have completed before being enrolled in veterinary school. Most of the schools will also have specific grades that they expect to see for those courses, as well as where you can take them. A lot of veterinary schools will only accept higher science coursework from an actual 4-year institution, so not from a community college or from an associate's degree, things like that. So definitely make sure to visit the specific school's website that you're interested in to see their requirements. Not all veterinary schools are the same, and not all of their requirements are the same. The veterinary school that I went to wanted 2 additional courses that were not very common for a lot of other schools, and if I had just relied on some of the other schools' websites that I was interested in, I wouldn't have taken the courses that were required. So definitely make sure to check each school's website out. And something that helped me to get organized is that I got a journal, and basically on each page of the journal, I would write out the school at the top of the page and then list down their different requirements that they had. And as I completed those requirements for the schools, I would check them off so that I could see which requirements I had left to complete and where I was on my path of my goal of when I wanted to get into veterinary school, and if there was anything left that I needed to do. So now we're going to get into our final group. These are the individuals that are either postgraduate, wanting to become a veterinarian. Maybe you've never been to college, or you've been to college and you're actually currently working in a profession, but veterinary medicine is your dream. It's never too late. You're never too old to pursue your dream of becoming a veterinarian. So if you fall in this category, don't be discouraged. You still can achieve your dream. I would recommend the same thing as I did for the college age group, that you do some research and kind of figure out which veterinary school you want to go to, and then specifically contact the pre-veterinary advisor, read the prerequisites page, and see maybe even requirements that you could have even filled. If there's any question, once again, that's a great thing to ask the pre-veterinary advisor. And if you've already been to college, I would contact them as well and see if the different courses, if the credits that you achieved would be acceptable. One of the nice things about veterinary school is that you're not required to have an undergraduate master's degree to attend or to be accepted. All that they require is that you complete the recommended coursework prior to being admitted, as far as the education piece is concerned. So don't be discouraged. If you don't have a college degree, you still can become a vet. I think it's a little bit easier if you obtain a college degree, just because the amount of coursework that you have to complete to get into veterinary school typically ranges anywhere between 80 to 90 credits. And most schools, a degree program is 120 to 130 for undergraduate. So you're kind of almost there anyway. So it may make sense, but definitely not something that you have to do. Well guys, I hope that video was helpful in kind of giving you some direction and guidance on where to begin for the education piece. I try to keep it as short as possible because I know that as videos get longer, it can kind of be confusing. But I definitely know what it's like to be out there. When I set down this journey to become a veterinarian, I didn't know any vets personally. I knew nothing of how to become a vet. So my hope in making these videos is that I'm really able to be a help and a guide to those of you out there that are trying to set down this journey. If you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to say them down below in the comments. Let me know if something that I said was confusing, or if you have follow-up questions, or even if there's something that you want me to talk more into on another video. Please let me know. I love to hear from you guys. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.